Thank you so much for joining us live, Ethan,
Allie,
and
Steve.
So we're here and we are so excited to be back with the 2018 edition of the Real Estate Video Influencers Guide. I feel like I'm freeloading here because the two of you did so much more work on this than I did this year. But as you know, if you're joining us, you probably know that BombBomb is all about helping people, all kinds of people, build relationships and grow their business through video. And of course, we do a ton of business in real estate. We serve thousands and thousands of real estate professionals. And so with our deep relationships, and Steve in particular has been serving real estate professionals for a dozen years. So
yeah, even longer.
right. So we have tons of like relationships, and we spend a lot of time in that community. And we observed, I don't know, maybe 18 months ago that, obviously there are rankings on transaction volume and transaction sides and social media influence and all these things, but no one was talking about video. And yet there are so many cool ways. And every year, I know you in particular learned tons of cool new strategies this year watching videos. And so we decided to put together a definitive ranking and guide to how some of the best people in the business are using video. And so we did that.
Ethan, and how many people come up to you when you're out at a trade show or an event and say that video has literally changed my business? Video was the catalyst that brought me from here to here, or I was doing a few transactions every year and I brought video in, and now I'm a high producing agent. And so video can be such a jump off point or a spark for people's business, and that's what we've seen in these reviews, and these are the stories we're going to tell in the guide too.
Yeah, it can be completely transformative. In part because who you are is so fundamental to you serving your clients. There are obviously thousands and thousands of agents in most markets, and why do they choose you? In part, it's maybe your marketing plan and some of these other things that differentiate you, but really it's about who you are. And so video is a great way to deliver that. So last year we learned a ton. Great guide, tips from Tom Ferry in there. We recognized 80 different people, thousands and thousands of downloads. And so we asked for feedback on that. In fact, you asked for feedback on that. And we took it all to heart. And so when we did the 20-year we recognized guide, we decided to incorporate all of your feedback, modify what we delivered, and we're here to kind of to tee it up and offer it to you. But this year's a lot different. It was a lot bigger this year, as you might imagine. In the second year, so many more nominations. And we watched, I think we watched about 5,000 videos last year. We probably watched double that this year at least, because we had over 1,200 unique nominations. And so, Steve, what are some of the main differences or things that are new besides new rankings? So a lot of new people, tons of new strategies. What's different about 2018?
One of the main differences is simply the competition, which you already touched upon, but it was crazy fierce. It's so interesting. Not all of us could watch all of the videos. So we had to break it down. And so some people watched some of the videos, and then we brought it to the round table. And it was like our children fighting for rankings and spots, because it's like, no, this person deserves it. And that's the power of video, right? You connect with people, you learn who they are, and then you fight for their spot. No, they deserve to be in the top 10. No, they deserve to be number one. Well, we had crazy battles right there, and we didn't really have that as much last year. So that was a big change. But also in the rankings themselves, we went from a live video category, and we changed that into a social media category. We went from a recorded video category, and we simply just called it BombBomb this year, because that's really what it was. You're recording your videos, sending it out. And so still have 5 categories all around. We have community, we have listing videos, social, and then we have our BombBomb category, and we have 10 winners in each category with 5 honorable mentions.
Yeah, and I think another category that we brought in a little bit this year was we decided with our all-around category to add an up-and-comers category. So anybody who's been using video for about a year, maybe a little over, but they're just pumping out tons of great content, and they're definitely like on their way to being a video influencer for the following years, and they're really impressive. And I love that list. I'm super excited for those people. So yeah.
Yeah, so I know people want to hear the rankings and see if they placed and who did place. So we should probably get into that quickly. But I want to make one more final point. This guide, yes, we want to rank people. Yes, we want to give praise and props to the people that finish, the top 75 people, in North America. But the real value in this guide is from the lessons that each winner is conveying through their interview videos. This guide is 78 pages, and there are interviews throughout asking the most pertinent questions. And we found out the questions that you guys have as an audience about real estate video and implementing real estate video. And we took all of those questions, we compiled them together, and then we matched those questions with the person that can answer those questions the best. And I don't think anybody has ever done anything like that before. So I truly feel that this guide is one of the most impactful guides ever created on video and real estate. It's not just a ranking. Would you guys agree with that sentiment?
Oh yeah,
100%. I mean, that was so in an iterative process. So we did the mortgage video influencers in between these two real estate guides, and that was something that we decided based on the 2017 real estate video influencers guide. I think, well, instead of asking questions by category and asking the same questions to all the people in that category, let's really pay attention to why this person was nominated and create custom questions for them. And we evolved that even further here with the real estate guide. So to be really specific, when you get this guide, you're not only going to get to see some of the people we're going to name here and have links to some of their videos online, you're also, for 36 of the top 50 people, that's over 70% of the people, gave us custom tip videos. And I know you were super jacked about these this year. Some of them are like deep training that people spend a ton of time on, like 7 and 8 minute videos, really specific to these questions that we put forth. And so 36 people give you exclusive access. There's nowhere else to get these videos except in this guide.
Yeah, so let's get to it. And we figured we'd just start off with the big one right off the bat, the all-around video influencers. If you made this list, it doesn't matter, if you made number one is fantastic. But even if you made number 10 on the list, or number 9, or an honorable mention, again, the competition was so fierce, everyone is a winner here. But I have a particular affinity to number 1 on this list, because I do think
we're starting out with such a big one. It's so good.
Yeah. And you know what? When you're watching this right now in the feed, we have a bunch of people watching on Facebook Live. Who do you think is number 1? Post it in the feed. I'll wait a couple seconds, or I'll stall for a bit while you guys are going in there and giving us your opinion. Who placed number 1 in the all-around video category? I want to hear from you right now. So while you're making your guesses, what I love about this person is, number 1, they encompass all around. They produce some of the most highly produced videos that I've ever seen in my entire life. And at the same time, they go the exact opposite direction, and they pick up their cell phone and they hold their cell phone up in a $15 million listing, handheld, and they walk around the listing. And then they do the same thing for a community tour in the car, or not they. I'll give you a hint there. He does the same thing in a community tour, driving around in his car, but then he takes it to the astronomical level of doing a community tour from a freaking helicopter. So it's
range there. That's a full range.
Yeah, so that's down in the dirt and up in the clouds, if I've ever seen dirt and clouds. Shout out to Gary V right there. So if you haven't guessed who the number 1 video influencer is for 2018 in the all-around category, it is, yes, Jennifer Foley. I just saw it pop up. It is Christoph Chu. So congratulations, Christoph. You are awesome. Your videos are inspiring. And even your video training that you sent back with animated graphics and pictures. When you get the guide, watch his video training. You're going to see the polish that he puts on his videos, but you're also going to hear about how he uses raw video and personalized video and social video in at the same time. So what does that mean for our last year's number 1 winner? Where did they go? Well, it's not really that much different. They finished number 2. So we have Kyle Whistle, who finished last year number 1, number 2. This was a battle of the Titans, and honestly, it really is a toss-up. both people, Kyle and Christoph, produce excellent, excellent videos. And that's what you're going to find throughout the top 10. In fact, I want to recognize everybody right now. Let me just read through the list so everyone knows the placement of the top 10 and the 5 up-and-comers, as we called them here in the 2018 guide. Christoph Chu, number 1. Kyle Whistle, number 2. Number 3, Kelly LeClaire brings a polish and a pizzazz to her videos. At the same time, you know, she is just so smooth on camera. You need to watch her videos.
And one of those people we recognized last year, but like head down, keep moving, keep pounding, and that was recognized.
Yeah, and new to the list this year, number 4, Chris Lindahl, coming in the 4 spot. You're going to be able to check out his Billboard series in the guide. Another point I want to make here, not only do we have the interviews in the guide, but we have links to their YouTube pages and Facebook pages, and you're going to be able to quickly jump from any person, anyone that resonates with you, with their style and their approach. You'll be able to click that button, jump right to their page, and check it out. Brian Tessier from Pittsburgh. Yes,
Brian.
My man. What's great about Brian is, you know, you take someone like Christoph, Beverly Hill, you know, just killing it, $15 million mansions. Brian brings an approach to $150,000 homes sometimes on his listings, and he treats them like that $15 million, you know, mansion. Awesome stuff, Brian. Melanie Gallia coming in at number 6. Sue Pinky.
Long-time friends.
Yes. Yeah. And we have a lot of longtime friends here in the all-around list. Sue Pinky Benson, the Amaya Group. Lee Brown coming in at number 9. Listen to her tip video. It's stellar. Download the guide. Check out her tip video. It's great. And Gia Silva coming in at 10. Then we have our 5 up-and-comers, JC Sylvie, Kevin Guecko, Jeff McLennan, Karen Carr, and finally, Tracy Thompson rounds out the all-around category. These are people that have a vast approach or wide approach to video, doing everything relatively well. But just because you didn't finish in the all-around category doesn't mean you can't end up in one of our other 4 categories.
Karen, who I saw in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say?
I know Karen's with us, so thanks and congrats.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the all-around category. Allie, why don't you take us away with the next category? This is an exciting one.
Okay, so our next category that we're going to discuss is community videos. And I think last year it was one of the most challenging categories for us to judge because we felt like we didn't see a ton of people doing community video, and that completely changed this year. It's crazy how much a year can make a difference. And we saw incredible community videos. And I'd have to say that the people in that top 5, top 10, they're really going outside of the restaurants and the businesses, and they're trying to focus in on different aspects of their community and really differentiating themselves. And that's why they really came out on top. And we also saw some people that are actually giving back to their community in the process. And we can get into that with the list. So I'll just go ahead and get right into the list here so we can name that top 10. So number 1, we're going to have Michael Thorne.
Michael was an all-around guy last year and community dedicated and recognized this year in that category as its winner.
Yeah, he did quite a few community video projects this year, but my absolute favorite was his Bigger and Better project that he launched just this September. And basically what he did was he started with a red paperclip, and then he traded 9 trades to get to like this really amazing prize for hockey tickets for like you and 50 friends. And then all of the money that he made in that project, he gave back to a local charity. So it was just a no-brainer for us to give him number 1 on that. And then number 2, we have the Windermere professional teams, which is Marguerite Martin, who won the category this last year.
Yep.
And then we had Amy Thor and David. So they're a team, the 3 of them this year, and they made this show called Meet the Neighbors. And it is like emotional and thought-provoking and wonderful. And they just interview local people in their neighborhood about why they live there, how they got there. And it's just so good. It's so different and deep from all the other community videos that I saw. And then we're going to round out the rest of the list. We have Dustin and Rachel Parker from the Parker Group. They're doing a lot of like playlists, you know, like they're local heroes, and they're doing obviously the restaurants and stuff like that. We also have Adam Cooper, BombBomb friend and fan.
Yeah. With
My Halifax, Brendan Porter. He has an incredible tip video. It's about 7 minutes long. And man,
such good energy too.
Yeah.
He's a great dude.
He actually says in his tip video that he thought about his show, the Brandon Porter Show, for a full year before starting. So if you're ever, thinking, hey, I should start doing video, he says it's one of his biggest regrets because he could have been so much more successful, he thinks, if he would have just started a year sooner. But obviously still very successful now with starting it. So it's an awesome
And he was
show.
relatively new in his career, or did I get that wrong?
Yeah, definitely. So then we have Steve Volkers. He's another, he was ranked in the recorded video category last year.
Correct.
So now he came back for community. He does What's in the Cup series. It's amazing. We also have Craig Baroni, another community video last year. Yay, Craig. Or he's also a BombBomb friend. And then we have Jason Ferris, another BombBomb friend, Vern McGovern, Garrett Hunt, Tyler Chisholm. And then for our honorable mentions, we have Chirag Shah, Meredith Tomlinson, Josh Rapier, Malcolm Lawson, and Daniel Martinez. So that's our top 15. And I think a lot of those winners might be at Rehumanize. Am I correct?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I would say for sure. And that's what's so exciting about the guide. When you download the guide too, you're going to see, I think there's 2 placements in there for Rehumanize, because if you like what you read in the guide, the 78-page guide, and you're learning from these people, then you need to come to the live event. This is what the live event's going to be all about in May of 2019. What if you had the opportunity to learn from the people that are the best in their business and have them on stage with 500 of your closest friends rubbing elbows and talking strategies in our May Rehumanize live event? This guide is the precursor to that event, which super excited about.
I mean, several of the people we've already mentioned are going to be on the stage, but they're also going to be in this classroom learning style that we're setting up. Christoph is speaking, Kyle is speaking, Kelly is speaking, Michael is speaking. I can't remember who else. And I know that several of the other people we mentioned have already got their tickets as well. So this project that we're doing is about education. It's also about community. There's this kind of like fun ranking competitive edge where someone like Brian Tessier says, man, I got an honorable mention last year. What's it going to take? And just goes, head down and expands his use of video and the quantity and quality of the videos. So this live event is about really taking this video influencer's idea and just bringing it to life. You don't have to be an influencer to be there. This is about influencing each other, teaching and learning from each other, not just from the stage, but also in the social activities we're putting together and all that too. I'm just jacked to meet all these people in person because I feel like I know so many of you through video and I haven't met. It's just weird dynamic that happens. And then we'll move on to the next category. This weird dynamic that happens. And I'm thinking of several people, BombBomb friends and customers who when I met them in person for the first time, I honestly I didn't know in my head, have I ever met this person? I swear I've met this person. And it's awkward because it's like, have we ever met in person? Because I feel like I know you. So Rehumanize is going to be a lot of that. It's going to be great.
All right. So on that note, let's move to the third category, the home tour or the listing tour. We have 15 people here in this category as well, and we do have someone that's near and dear to our BombBomb hearts coming in at number 1 this year, and the number 1 home tour, number 1 for the home tour category for real estate video influencers is none other than Jesse Peters. That was my best Jesse Peters impression, because he's always in your face, everything he does, it's right at the camera, and he's got a lot of passion and energy, and that's what Jesse brings to his home tours. When you watch a Jesse Peters home tour video, you will not be bored. I don't care who you are, and that's how he keeps people engaged to the very end. And in the questions that we ask Jesse, he tells us how he does that. He's got a very specific strategy right out of the gate by asking questions in the beginning of his videos. And you're going to learn about the questions that he asks, why he asks those questions, and how he keeps people engaged throughout the video the entire time. He provides some of the best tips. Of course, we got a lot of great tips from everybody, but they were some of my favorites of the list. So make sure you check out Jesse's training video in the number 1 spot for home tours. Number 2, we have Amber Anderson. Amber Anderson's coming in, and you know what? And actually, I shouldn't say that because there's so many great tips. Amber's tips were fantastic as well. Amber gives very specific tips on the length of video for home tours and listing tours. And she provides very specific websites that you can go to find the best music and rights-free music. So if you've been struggling, with your music, go check out her training video right there and go watch some of her videos. I actually have a video queued up here. Should we watch a video? Do we have enough time?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, we should.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right. So, let me queue up Amber's video here, and I'll share my screen. And I should be able to see it now. And so here's a listing tour, a home tour that has, you can see it on the bottom, 14,499 views. The only way to get that type of viewership on a video is to make a quality video. So let's take a few seconds here and maybe the first minute and watch it.
Perched high on a hillside in the highly sought-after Maryland's neighborhood of La Jolla sits the spectacular contemporary 1640 El Camino del Teatro. Beautifully designed by the famous Ken Ronchetti, this impressive estate is known for its signature architectural design and exceptional quality, all while maintaining a private and serene environment. This immaculate 5-bedroom, 7-bath estate boasts over 6,800 square feet of luxurious living spaces. From the 23-foot entry doors to the soaring bamboo ceilings, each space flows seamlessly into the next. When you walk through, notice its form and flow and its true connection to nature.
So she even appears, and I don't know if we're back yet. We good? Sound on?
Yeah.
Yep. So she even appears in her videos, which is absolutely great. You could see the cinematography. You could see the time and effort. You could see the polish that her listing videos has. And then you can listen to her best tips. So Amber Anderson coming in at number 2. Number 3, we have Amy Youngren, a good friend of ours here at BombBomb. Amy does an amazing job with her video. Amy, to me, she's a master storyteller. That's what Amy does so well. She engages you, emotionally in her videos, and she does a number of cool things in her videos as well, interviewing people, interviewing the homeowners. Actually, you know what? Should we watch one more video and then we'll go through the rest of the list? Do we have enough time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hit it.
Those of you who are wondering and asking, Alexa just dropped the link into the comments. So if you just want to go fetch this thing right away, stick with us,
Please. Yeah.
but you can go get the guide.
Yeah, so let's check out Amy's video for a minute, and then we'll read through the rest of the winners of the home tour category, and we'll get right into social.
All really started in early 2015. I met my clients at one of our open houses, and then as events unfolded, I had the opportunity to interview to be their listing agent. You see, they were planning to sell their condo at the time, as they were looking to move, to start a family, and to buy their first house together. Meet Mark, Rebecca, Edwin, and Oliver, and welcome to 76 Ash Crescent. This stunning detached home checked all the boxes for my clients the second they saw it. It's custom built with the finest features and finishes. It has a massive open concept kitchen and family room, a large private deck with a gas line for barbecuing and entertaining.
Come on, how can you not get emotionally attached to watching a video like this? So, I hate the term out of the box ideas, but I don't know. That's an out of the box idea, in my opinion. So Amy's coming in at number 3. Let's read through the rest of the list. We have Justin Pekarek coming in at number 4. Tammy Halton Party at number 5. Brian Ladd, number 6. Patrick Lilly coming in at number 7. Good friend of ours, Raj Kassar, coming in at number 8. Tim Smith and David Smith. We have the Smiths coming in at number 9.
Yeah, coincidence.
Yeah, and number 10, respectively, here. And then with the honorable mentions, Dawn McKenna, Dan Forsman, Sergio Gonzalez, Andrew Undum, and Dave Chong, all providing their insight, links to their website, links to their YouTube channel. Go check out their videos. And if you're looking to up your listing tour, your home tour game, that's the category you want to view.
Cool. Do you want to flip to the website or stop share?
Yeah.
All right, where are we going next? We're going social?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm all ready. Okay, so the social video category, totally new. Reinvented the live video category. And this was also an incredibly competitive pool. I think, so basically, so you guys know how we did this process, we received those 1,200 nominations. We soft ranked people from 1 to 10. And anybody with a 7 up was then brought in to individual categories and really highly ranked. And
that was still a couple hundred people.
Yeah, it was like 250.
Yeah.
So it was pretty competitive. And this category had well over 100 people that were a 7 and up. So we had to only narrow that down to 15. And that was definitely difficult. Things that I saw people with social media that were doing well was definitely utilizing playlists on YouTube and Facebook. And then utilizing Instagram stories, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and then also Instagram highlights on their page. Mm-hmm. So they just had really great, proficient use of their social media. And that's why we chose across networks. And that's why they came in so high for us. So for the winner of our list, we have none other than Judy Weidiger. Steve, do you want to talk a little bit about Judy and her strategy?
Well, yeah, I love Judy. Judy has a strategy called heart, and that's what she puts into all of her videos. You can see Julie's heart and her soul when she gets on camera, and it comes from practice. Because I've seen Judy present numerous times, and when Judy's up on stage in front of people, she always talks about how nervous she was when she first started with video, and she never thought that she could do it. And now when you watch her videos, you would never be able to tell that she wasn't good on camera, because she's great on camera. So that consistency is what she did. And she told herself each year, she set her goals that I'm going to do this and I'm going to keep on doing it. And here are my goals. And that's how she got to be this great. Her community and her social videos are fantastic. She does it from her personal page, and she provides a plethora of information, not just on real estate, but everything under the sun that makes you want to hang out with Judy Weidiger.
Yeah, and she's using Facebook Live a lot. She's doing it on a weekly basis. She's extremely consistent, and Instagram Live. And that was a big reason that we really pushed her to that top spot.
You can also hang out with Judy. She'll be speaking and hanging out with all of us at Rehumanize in Denver in May.
What a good segue, Ethan. That was so good.
It's more of like wait, hold on. I got something here.
Coming in at number 2, we have Pete Lorimer. Pete also ranked last year. He has a Netflix series called Stay Here. So, he's got a big following and that's competitive, but he just is so consistent and always on social, and he's using simple video. Mm-hmm. He has a Netflix show and he's using simple video. So to us, that was so exciting and so awesome that we loved what he's doing. He does Monday mantra videos, and sometimes he'll go live for them. And then he also does a weekly tip. Those are those standard education videos that we see a lot of, like, should I put in an offer letter? Mm-hmm. Or what does it mean when it's a seller's market? Things like that. And then I wanted to get into our third person is Kayla Laus, Kayla Laus, sorry. And she's from JK Realty in Arizona. She's a big Gary Vee fan. We're big Gary Vee fans here at BombBomb. And she has a show called The Human Factor. And she's 221 episodes of the show.
Wow.
And it's really cool because she shows on this series, she really gives us a behind the scenes look at her life as a real estate agent and why she's so passionate in it. It makes you want to work with her because she's just like so caring and she comes across so wonderful. And she seems like I would hire her. So
I remember we looked at Kayla last year. I don't remember if she ranked or was mentioned. I feel like she was.
I think she's
regardless. This series is just brand new in the last year.
Yeah. And she's pumping out like multiple episodes a week. So I'm going to share my screen so we can watch one episode. Okay.
The human factor for me is the most important factor. Everything that we're doing just enhances the connections that we're able to make with people. using the technology platforms. It's just a vehicle for us to connect with more people at scale and mass and build relationships, because we know how dedicated we all are to being really good at our craft. Like when we take listings, when we work with buyers, when we mentor agents, like we give a piece of our soul to that experience, because we want it to be good. And we want it to be, a great outcome no matter what. We want to do the best that we can. What Jason and I know is that perfection doesn't exist. And we want to.
How do I stop sharing?
Just hit the red.
Okay, so obviously she's doing a great job with social. We'll finish out the list here. And then we also have coming in at number 4, Tom Story, also relatively new in his career. He does the story report, updates every week. He's incredible. I love his tip video. I highly recommend watching it. There's also Jay Glazer, who was in on our list last year. He has a video. He was almost in the listing video category because he does this incredible listing video to Drake's song, Nice for What? So he dances throughout the entire video. And so we felt like his branding is just so on par that it made sense to put him in social. Then we also have Chris Kwan, another new guy on our list. He does incredible editing, another great tip video to watch. He's really fun and playful. He's super entertaining in his posts because he believes that that helps people stay in the video. So I definitely catch his tips. Ann Jones, she was an all-around winner last year. This year she's doing another series kind of similar to Kayla's, where she's going insider brokerage and showing what the people are like who work there. And then we have Dennis Plintz. He has an amazing tip video. His energy is so awesome. We love Dennis.
Yeah,
so we're super excited.
I think he was on All Around last year.
Yes, he was.
In this focused category.
Yep. And then we have Michael Meyer, another former video influencer who's ranking new in this category. He's been on the BombCast. He has Meyer Talks. He's just a great influencer, and we're super excited about him. And then finally, Byron is new in our video influencers, and he's incredible. He's got at least 4 podcasts, I think.
Okay, four different ones. Yeah, not 4 episodes, 4 different podcasts.
Yeah, he's also doing The Real Word is his main one, and he's actually just talking to agents about the industry in that one. So he's super interesting. Great tip video again. I think the social winners just really brought their A game for their tip videos.
And again, so as Steve said off the top, I mean, the difference between 4 and 9 is
negligible.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that brings us into the final category, and I'm going to go fast through this one.
Honorable mentions real quick.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Shout outs to all these people, especially if they showed up with us here today.
Yeah.
And just for a massive amount of great work over the past year.
Definitely. We've got Nicole Freer, Andy Green, Philip Provost, Kelsey Friedrich, and Steve Pennate. So awesome job for all of them. I definitely looked through Kelsey and Nicole's videos. So I remember them really, they're awesome. They're kind of newer in the video world, and they did just such a good job. So.
All right. So now we'll make it into the BombBomb category. I personally rank this category. So this one's near and dear to my heart. If you disagree with the rankings, it's my fault on this one.
The other thing, like we said, I mean, this is just really, really hard. Our goal is just to bring people forth and to teach from their example. And so there are people who aren't in the 75 that you could easily argue should have been.
Yep.
This is a hard job, and it's also really fun. And our goal is to educate. So,
yeah.
What do we got for BombBomb, Steve?
So let's go through them. We had a bunch of videos set up, but of course this is always taking longer than what you think it's going to take. So I'm just going to speak to each strategy quickly. You guys can check out the videos when you download the guide after the Bombcast here. But number 1, we have Eric Brown. Eric Brown is a BombBomb maestro. He uses BombBomb in so many different ways for so many different reasons that it's mind-boggling. And what I really like about Eric is he mixes in mobile video and raw video with produced videos. He'll record. He'll have a video recording produced, awesome looking video of what I really like about. Get some feedback there of client parties. And so I have a produced video of that, but he leads into that video with his BombBomb with him in a parking garage recording himself because he knows that that's going to generate more engagement. And so he talks about that. Go listen to his tips. They're absolutely awesome. He is the #1 BombBomb user in the world. I'm going to go straight in the world and in real estate. #2, I think this is a first-time video influencer, I think, with Wendy Chung and Craig Barton Hill. 1,200 videos. They've been BombBomb customers for 3 years, 1,200 videos a year on average. Absolutely insane. So we talked to them about consistency and how do you get started? How do you remain consistent? Find out the answers in the guide. Andy Alger, longtime BombBomb customer, personal friend of Ethan's. Ethan, it's something about Andy.
Andy's an awesome dude, and he was one of the first customer blog posts I wrote years and years ago. And at the time, he started out with like 500 videos in his first. I forget what the time window was. So I'm constantly paying attention to, in this, not for this category for this project, but in general over the years, I've always paid attention to who's got like just tons of videos in short periods of time. Like I just saw a guy who's 8 days into his free trial and he has 48 videos in his account. So I sent him a video email like, hey, thanks for trying BombBomb free. And like, can't help but notice you got 50 videos in like 8 days from zero the day before, like 9 days ago. You know, what's going on? And so I've been in touch with Andy for a long time. I actually had beers with him when I was in Michigan at the end of the summer. He's a Michigan guy. That's where I grew up.
So Andy comes in at #3. At #4 and 5, we have 2 brokers using video in a different way for recruiting and retention, which I don't think we had last year either. And Brad DeVries, and then we have Richard Nagel. And Brad is a master at birthday videos, anniversary videos, reaching out with a personal touch. And he's got thousands and thousands of these videos in his account. So check out both Brad and Richard if you are a broker and you're looking for tips for recruiting and retention. Nick LeBrand, fast up-and-comer, crushing videos in a very short period of time. So if you want to get started, Nick's the one you want to listen to. Ken Mucha coming in next, another longtime BombBomb customer using video in a variety of different ways. We have the high-performance real estate team, 10,000 videos recorded between this team. You don't record 10,000 videos unless it's more than 10,000, but unless it's working. Macarena Rose from Belize coming in at #9, and Ryan Gossett rounding out the top 10 with our honorable mentions, the Tom Tool Sales Group, Ruby Miranda, Sean Bell, Mark and Laura Anderson. Special shout out to Laura Anderson. The BombBomb family is with you. And Michael Nathanson coming in at 15 to round out the guide.
That would have been tough there with Dan and Michael, except Dan is now in the mortgage business. They used to do real estate together.
Yeah.
So brothers that do a great job.
Yeah. So that's it for our Video Influencers Guide for 2018. The link is in the show. Go download it. If you made the list, share the guide. Because it's not just sharing you. You don't have to feel like, oh my God, I don't want to promote myself. It's not promoting you. It's promoting your knowledge. And people want your knowledge. And we're going to be looking at who's sharing the guide and how many times it gets shared. You might receive some special stuff from BombBomb if you really do a good job sharing it. And even if you didn't make the list, share the guide. Up everyone's game. Let's raise the bar for using video in real estate and help educate the rest of the industry on how simple video can be.
And on a specific, for like when you go get the guide, it's going to be delivered as a PDF, and you're going to be able to read about these people, click out and go see their examples, a few of which we played here. You're going to be able to see their tip videos and click and play those tip videos and get that exclusive content where they unpack very specifically how they do what they do, while we kind of rank them for what they do. And it's a 78-page piece. And one of the pieces of feedback last year, this is really weird. So we did a survey of all, among the thousands of people that downloaded it last year. A few hundred gave us feedback on it when we asked for feedback. And they said, well, gosh, it's just so long. But then they also praised it for having so much good information, so much good detail. So we got there's a little push and pull there. So you're going to give yourself this massive piece of content. This is not something that you're just going to grab and spend an hour with and forget about. I'm sure we've all downloaded a PDF where we had the best intentions of taking it. and it just goes in a folder on our laptop, and you just kind of forget about it. This is not one of those guides. This is the kind of thing that you should carve out a little bit of time each week and take on a new topic, or mark some of the people that are, we talked a lot about why people are in the guide. If some of these names resonated with you, find those people and just make a list and just bang, 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 knock them out. Like, it might take you a month to get through this content because there's so much good stuff in there. The last thing we want to do is go to all this work to put all this stuff together, which was really fun and we learned a ton. Yeah. But and to have you download it and just say, oh, I got it, and it's just in a folder on your laptop. The idea is to take this stuff, learn it, and bring it to life in your own business. And we'd love to see you on the list next year.
Well, I think that's it. I think we took up enough time. They could be using this time to be reading the guide and learning from the winners. So, Allie, unless you have something else, I think we sign off.
No, I think we're good.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much for being here.